Hello everybody. At my previous video of my 74 Vega, I explained that to you. I wanted to tell you my little story here on Vegas. This is actually my first Vega. I was a sophomore in high school. 73 Vega with the 327 Chevy in it. There I am, sophomore year in high school, at my first car. My dad and I were working on it, putting it together. Like I was saying, it's a 73 Vega hatchback. 327 small block with a power glide, and it had a stock rear end. Kind of showing you before and after pictures. I think I've gone through like 3 or 4 stock rear ends in it. Didn't have money for a good rear end, and just enjoyed the car. It was my first car, and I've been hooked on Vegas ever since. Always wanted one through the years, bought and sold some cars, Mercedes and stuff, before I could really get back to getting onto the Vega. But this was a project my dad and I did, and man, I had a blast. But ended up selling it, went on to other cars, and this one here, this next one is, really wanted a big tire Vega. I came across this one. I can't remember the details on it. I think it was a 72, and some reason, I wanted to put a 77 front clip on it. So I bought another Vega, took the clip off that, swapped the front clips, and then I ended up selling the car. I can't remember if I had to move. I was out of high school, trying to get a full-time job and a place to live. I think I ended up selling this one. And I don't know. Now I'm in my mid-50s. I finally able to buy a Mercedes, fix it up, sell it, and I was able to purchase this 71 Vega. This was May of 2020, right when COVID hit. Decided to sell my other Mercedes and then get this one. It's a 71 panel. It's a true panel, 350 motor, 350 trans with a 12-bolt rear end. I was glad it had the rear end, a good rear end in it, and I think it had 300 posi gear ratio. Had the split bumper, front bumper, which I'm not a real fan of. I like the stock bumpers. The car was sitting out in the field, I think, for like 5 years when I ended up buying it. Interior was very dirty, cobwebs everywhere. The motor was very dirty. We ended up settling on a price after being there most of the day. I had to drive all the way out to Tehachapi to pick it up. We made a deal. I think it was $4,900. Got it on a U-Haul trailer and brought it home. Here's Emily. I'm going to stop. Here's Emily unloading the panel. Emily found off the trailer. Emily's my youngest daughter, which this was going to be hers in my project, and she was going to end up racing it. Rachel, my middle daughter, was racing the love truck at the time, so we wanted to get her a car she could race. So here she is driving it off the trailer, putting it in the driveway, and then we were going to start working on it. We'll go ahead and listen. New Vega delivery, 71. Amy just unloaded off the trailer. Needs a big, deep cleaning. After Amy unloaded it, here she is. We basically clay barred the whole car and we started cleaning it up. Here it is. It came with a quadrijet and the thing wouldn't start after sitting. I had a manifold laying around and a 650 dual feed vacuum secondaries I put on there, and it ran good. After 2 weeks on the jet stand, Here's the girls at Donut Derelict. I was able to get them to drive the Vega panel and the Love Truck. Here's the motor all painted up. This is out of the Vega panel. After I got the Holly on there, kind of detailed the paint. Here's the got stock bumper on it. Got the front spoiler that I had. It was kind of like I had on my first Vega. I got center lines for it. Cleaned them up. I went through the whole car. I mean, front bumper. There's like a flashback of my first Vega. The panel. I went through the whole car. Bushings, everything. Here's the dash. I was going to show you. Tack right there in the middle of the radiator. The glove box has the two gauges where the glove box would be. I just really didn't like all that, and I always wanted, here's the steering shot. I put a tilt steering in it also. I always wanted a GT dash for the panel, so I came across one, so I pulled the dash out of it, painted up above by the windshield black. Here's the GT dash I was able to get together and got a process of putting it in. The Speedo cable is different on the stock Speedo versus the GT. I had to drill a hole and move the GT or the Speedo over. There's the dash in with the radio, got most of the wiring in, and there it is. That was before, kind of a before picture. And here's your after picture. The dash pad, I recovered that with leather, I think, or vinyl. Here I'm at Irwindale, take it out, shake it down for a little race or test, and end up racing the panel. Amy was supposed to come out, but she was sick, so I ended up racing the panel, and I actually won like $60. I think it was a 3-round race. So my one and done race. Here it is again with the GT steering wheel, the dash pad, everything done. We had it in the 4th of July parade in the neighborhood. Just really liked the car. The only reason why I sold it is I always wanted a big tire. Big tire Vega. Here it is all done. Put it up for sale. Here's Emily actually at Irwindale drag strip. There's a picture of it. Here's me. I actually added frame connectors to it. Like I said, I did a lot of work to the Vega. Front end, I rebushed all the control arm bushings. Had rear tubular in the rear control arm for the upper and lower for the rear end. Just went crazy on this thing. I really liked it. Didn't plan on selling it, but I came across a big tire. Here's Emily racing it. I put her outside the groove, and she got a little squirrely. She did a great job driving by getting out of it. Here's Rachel in the Love Truck and Emmy in the panel at Irwindale. They're doing some test hits for elimination. There's another little flashback of the dash. I was really proud of it. Here's the video I used to, when I sold it, I ended up selling it. I think it was 4 years later, project I had. Like I said, I wasn't planning on selling it. Just my dream was to have a big tire, back half Vega. And my previous video, the 74, you see everything on that one. And I'm in the process of doing the same thing to that one, put a GT dash in it, redo the wiring, just making everything nice, like the way I want it. Basically just have it, besides the big tire, it looks stock on the outside and on the inside, to an extreme. Really like this Vega. Shouldn't have sold it. '71 panel. That's it, pretty much sold the panel. And I got 74. Here's my friend Dave. He's always at Donut Derelicts. He has a 71 Vega wagon, and it's got a V4 with a 671 blower on it. He's a super nice guy. He's always out there doing at Derelicts. He always brings his Vega wagon out there, and I usually try to park by him or go out and say hi to him. He just, is a good guy, good person. Likes to talk to him about his Vega and his motor. It's like a one of a kind V4. It's pretty nicely done. Here's a picture of the motor with the half of a, It's not half a 671, but I forget what he called it. Nicely done. Thanks you everybody for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share. Till next time.